Art is a powerful medium for expression and ideas. It can inspire us, unite us, even move us to tears. Few creators are more in tune with art as a mechanism for change as my guest today, Dana Tysoon Burgess, chair of the Department of Theater and Dance at GW, and a renowned choreographer that the Washington Post described as perhaps the poet laureate of Washington dance. Between his international tours as a cultural ambassador for the State Department and his commitment to advancing arts at GW, Dana joins us today to talk about his upcoming endeavors, art as diplomacy, and as the future of the arts at Columbian College. Welcome, Dana.
Thank you.
As a world-class educator, choreographer, dancer, one of the things that you are so deeply familiar with is how art transforms lives on the global scale. And I was wondering if you could speak to us a little bit about this, about how the arts transforms us writ large.
Sure. I've had the unique opportunity of being a cultural envoy for the U.S. State Department for about 20 years now. And in my travels to different countries, the one thing that I've learned is that the arts are a universal within every culture. And so the primary goal of arts diplomacy is to create a long-term friendship, a long-lasting friendship so that we can share knowledge and better understand each other's cultures and grow a larger global society.
So do you think the arts truly connects different populations, disparate populations around the globe?
Absolutely. I think it's one of the few mediums which has the capacity to move through different socioeconomic strata. So regardless of where you were born, how you were born, you understand the deep celebration that the body feels in the terms of dancing. So we have individuals around the world who are dancing because they are not only performing on stages, but they're really solidifying their attachment to their own communities and showing their pride through dance. So it's really all over the world, and that's the connection that we're looking for, is that deeper understanding of what does movement mean to humanity.
This is so interesting as well because in some of my own travels around the world, I've noticed that folklore, for instance, seems to compartmentalize experiences, artistic experiences, dance experiences, so that it seems that there is a barrier. But you're saying that there's not.
No, I think even contemporary dance or contemporary ballet also is a direct reflection of the social context from which it's created. So we're just looking at a folkloric dance and we might not be completely understanding, well, how was that created, when was it created? And if we look back and we study that, then we understand so much more about the culture and understand what is defining that population as important.
Dana, one of the things that I've been extremely excited about and want to know more about is your collaboration with NASA. Could you talk to us about this?
Well, I'm very excited about it as well. I've been asked to create a new work, a new dance, which will celebrate humanity's relationship to the stars, or to the heavens, to the cosmos. And so on a recent trip that I had to the Southwest, I met with an individual who works for NASA specifically for the Orion project, and we just started talking and sharing ideas around the synergy between art and science, this place where creativity is utilized by both fields. So through a series of conversations, we ended upon, or began upon, creating a new dance which celebrates our relationship to the heavens and really looks at different global perspectives and historic perspectives along the way. So that'll premiere at the Kennedy Center in the fall of 2015.
Very related to our previous conversation, do you think there is a hard and fast line between the sciences and the arts and art itself?
Well, that's a great question. You know, I think that the same creative process which an artist utilizes in the studio, their studio as a laboratory, so to speak, can be utilized by an astrophysicist or maybe by a biologist. So there is this inkling of an idea, right? And then we research it wherever that research is going to occur. And then there's this leap of faith, this moment of creativity, of inspiration that leads us to discovery. Whether that's discovery of a new piece of choreography which makes it to stage and moves an audience, or whether that's an actual new patented medical device, for instance, which then makes it to a community and changes lives as well. But creativity is core, it's that bridge or nexus point between art and science.
Dana, that's fantastic. And I'd like to move just a little bit to talk about GW and our experiences and our student experiences here. What is it that animates our student body about dance?
Well, actually, I attended George Washington University and received my Master's of Fine Arts degree here in the 90s. And you know, I love GW, and so do our current students as well. They get very excited because it's one of the few places where you can work with professionals. All of our professors are professionals in the field. They can walk out the door of their dorms and walk right over to the Kennedy Center and see world-class dance companies. There is this amazing access that they have to art at the highest levels here in Washington, D.C., which cannot be had anywhere else in the world. And that excites them. It also excites them that our curriculum is designed around creating an artist, not just creating a dancer for another company, although that's important as well, but it's really creating the next choreographer, creating that next arts lobbyist, creating an individual that goes on in the field for their whole entire life, not just into a company for 3 or 4 years, but is going to impact the field in a major way.
And you say this is something that characterizes us here at GW.
Absolutely.
So with part of our branding here at GW, we are making a major leap forward with our relationship with the Corcoran. How do you see that interplaying with your own activities, with the broader arts mission on campus, and really as part of a transformative educational experience in the arts in the nation?
I think this is an extremely exciting move and exciting time, because if you look at the Corcoran in terms of their history, they were really to support American genius. And George Washington's goal is to, of course, support that genius student, all of our students, to really reach their full potential. So that synergy is just perfect in order to create and establish the best arts school, arts department in the nation's capital, and really potentially in the nation. And then you add in the third component, the third factor or collaborator, which is the National Gallery of Art, and it has a world-class collection. And so in terms of that, look at what access the students have. I was thinking about the Corcoran the other day and thinking, wouldn't it be great if physics students came to the Corcoran and they were staring up in the rotunda at a beautiful piece of sculpture there, and what if it inspired them to utilize the concepts of creativity to make new discoveries and move their field forward. So I think also having the ability for all of the different departments and fields across the university to have access to seeing creativity in action and the best of creativity, the outcomes of it, is really important to the school, and it will definitely put us as the nation's leader for the arts.
And do you see a particular role for theater and dance?
Absolutely. My parents are both visual artists, and so I really personally feel that connection between the visual arts and the performing arts. There is this connectivity which occurs, you know, whether a dance student is looking at a painting and all of a sudden realizes that the canvas of the painting is much like the proscenium of a stage. You know, there's an effect and an interplay that's going back and forth. So we're very excited about the potential of all of these different departments, whether it's the plastique, the visual, the performing arts, having opportunities to collaborate even further to create wonderful pieces of art and also learning opportunities for our students.
Dana, thank you so much for sharing your vision for the arts with us today. I am a great admirer of all that you do, all of your work that you've done in the city, everything that you've done internationally. It's just a true joy to have you here today and really have our audience get the chance to know you better.
Thank you so much.